focused on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do. There is nothing you said that could make me realize how much lucky I was. Just out of reach of the fire, was not aware of the nightmare. But when I stopped to see through sight, begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes now to try to change into sunshine, to be someone among others. I've got to try. If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have the time to fight. If I wait tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'm falling asleep when I'm home. When I'm no place to go, no one that can sleep through that night. Never right. I can see my life is crap. I have to see them too. I just live into my world.
Good afternoon there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Charlotte Motor Speedway. Tonight we got the NC Education Lottery 200. And we are ExtremeMotorsports99.com. And I'm Tim McBrear up here in the booth. And beside me is my friend Ryan Gabble. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing great. Looking at the third race of the season here coming up. Looking like a great race here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Man, it's going to be a good one tonight, Ryan, I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a great one. These cars are on this track. It's almost like a super speedway. They're going to be wide open for a few laps here while the tires are still fresh and new. It's going to be exciting pack racing.
It is. I like Charlotte. I've raced a lot of races here at Charlotte. Truck series. I love the truck series at Charlotte.
Yeah, these guys always put on a great show at this track, especially at night with all the grip the track has. Guys are going to put on an awesome show. Lots of close, tight racing.
This is a good track at night when it's cool. You got better grip.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
We're waiting on them to grid up. We got, what, 2 or 3 minutes?
Yeah, we got about 4 more minutes till they hit the grid. Edward Morris, who's a new driver to the season. He hasn't run a single race yet this season, and he's on the pole tonight, above last week's winner and second in points driver right now. That's Dylan Miranda, who's on the outside pole there. That's the top 2. But Edward Morris, this is his first race this year, and he's putting it on pole.
That's pretty good there, buddy. I'm telling you, come in here first race and put it on the pole.
You can't do much better than that. You just got to finish up there.
You got that right.
Yeah, points leader Brandon Ketchum looks like he's going to grid in 7th. A lot of new returning drivers. We got the biggest field we've had all season right now. I think we're going to have over 20 drivers. We had 15 that made qualifying times, but I think we're going to have at least 20 drivers or more. We got some guys joining here late after qualifying. I think we're going to have, no doubt, the biggest field of the season.
Boy, I tell you what, it's looking good. Is the music on? I can't hear it. Is the music still on? I don't think it is.
No, it's off. I just looked on the stream there.
Yeah, I heard that.
You're all clear.
I can't find my chat thing.
So I'll run through the starting grid here real quick. We got Edward Morris in that number 7 car. He is on the pole with a 28.959, only 4 guys ran under a 29-second lap. Mirando is second. Eric Driggins, who we've heard a lot from this season, he's 4th in points right now. He starts 3rd. Andrew Mraz, who had a good run last week, he's very fast. He starts in 5th, or 4th rather. Nicholas Vroman, who I believe hasn't run a race yet this season either. He's new this season. He starts 5th, and it's Michael Thwaites, who is the 3rd in points car, starting in 6th. Brandon Ketchum, who is the points leader, starting 7th. Aaron Mercer starts 8th. Another new driver, Darren Clement, starts in 9th. And Jerry Glenn starts in 10th to round out the top 10.
That's a good one there. Well, y'all look at the rest of the field there while we're getting ready to go here.
Yeah, I got to say, I don't know how we're going to beat last week's race. That was an outstanding show. We had more than the first half of the race went green flag, and then the last third or so of the race was some crazy action, lots of cautions. And Dylan Miranda was 2 laps down at one point, and he came back to win after only leading the last 2 laps. That was quite the intense race there.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, we had a good race there, but at the first, like you said, it was kind of slow.
Yeah, green flag run there at the beginning really shook the field up, and race was dominated really by the 41 of Ketchum and the 25 of Doug Blackman, who were both here in this race tonight. They dominated the show really between the two of them, and when it came down to the end, it was Dylan Miranda who charged through the field and passed everybody from the back to end up winning the race.
I heard that.
And it puts him 2nd in points. Brandon Ketchum, the points leader, though. He's got 2 top 5s on the year. He got runner-up last week at Texas. That was an outstanding show that they put on there.
Well, we got 38 seconds left.
Yep, just about to see guys hitting the grid here any second. Got some guys out there making some last second. Some guys that joined late, they're letting them run some qualifying laps. Justin Walters, and he's out there right now making a lap. Saw him run pretty well there last week. He ran at Texas.
Eric Driggins, Andrew Martz, and Nickel Roman,
yeah.
Roman. That's your top 5. Top 10 qualifying right here.
All right, congratulations to Edward Morris putting it on the pole. Close times out there, guys. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, guys are just hitting the grid right now. This is a 145 lap race compared to last week was 140, but lap times are a little faster here than they were last week.
Yeah,
About the same though.
It does go a little bit faster here because it's a bigger track, faster.
Yeah, the fact that it's nighttime here, it makes it a lot faster. The track's got a ton of grip.
Yes, it does. I can't find my chat.
Long race today, guys. Remember, 145 laps.
See that chat nowhere, Bear, Ryan.
You can pull it up on a phone or something. Yeah, I'll take a look at who we've got on stream here. We got Brandon Ketchum out there watching and racing at the same time. A lot of guys are Brandon Ketchum fans. I gotta say, I noticed that last week. A lot of the viewers out there were cheering on that 41 car, Brandon Ketchum.
Yeah, Joe had it in here a while ago, but I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, we got Gillen Motorsports out here. Jacob Chalafo's out here watching. Getting ready to watch a great race as we got cars rolling right now. This thing's about to get started.
You go ahead and run them in, but I got something I got to do here.
Yeah. Got a big field here of over 20 cars on the pace lap here. Doug Blackman is starting at the tail of the field after running really well last week. Ended up finishing third. He's at the tail end of the field, didn't get a qualifying time in. Lots of new faces, lots of returning faces. Tommy Amassi, who we saw at Daytona, but not at Texas last week, he's back.
Everyone else go ahead and get caught up.
I'm trying to find something here. I've got something on my
Closing up as we go into turn 3.
on my computer. It ain't supposed to be on here. I may have to.
Well, here we come to the green flag. Pace car's about to jump in field in the hands of Edward Morris, new to this season. He's going to start it off well here on pole. We are green from Charlotte Motor Speedway. And a great jump from Edward Morris. We're going to see how these guys file out early. Will they take a calm? Field pretty spread out here into 1 and 2. Dylan Mirando second, Driggins third, and Andrew Mraz is going to be fourth as they are single file, 1st through 6th. They are out of turn 2. Most of the field files out, single file. These first few laps are going to be almost wide open unless they're trying to take care of the tires, of course, which is probably not the wrong thing to do. We got Mirando here right on the back bumper of Edward Morris. Mirando trying to go 2 in a row here this season. Won last week. A mile and a half, so certainly tracks you want to be good at. Had a car on the wall there in the back of the field was Tommy Amassi there. He got the fence in 1 and 2, fell back. He's got some pretty bad damage to the right side of that car. He's still going though. No caution, no one spun. But that 27 car, Mirando, right on the back bumper of Morris. And the 41 car, Eric Driggins, or 42 car rather, Eric Driggins, he's right there also. We got 5 cars almost under a blanket here.
Yeah, they are real close there, Ryan.
Yeah, here goes one for third. That's the 21 Mraz. He's there on the inside. He's going for third, and it looks like he's going to get it. Close to clear. 42 got the run on exit. Side by side, Mraz has it at the line. 42 of Driggins going to back out and give the 21 the spot there as they enter turn 1. But nose to tail are the leaders. 7 of Edward Morris in his debut this season, trying to put on a show here for himself and try to drive away from that 27 car Mirando, but he doesn't want to burn the tires up, of course. Not something you want to do.
No, that 21 and 42 out there, they was running neck and neck there a while ago.
Yeah, the 21 got next to the 42, got the run out of 4 a few laps ago, and the 42 just bailed out and let the 21 go, which is probably a smart thing to do if you're trying to save your stuff here. We got a caution on the track. Blackman and Edmiston are involved on the front straightaway in a wreck. That's the 25 and the 71. Not sure what happened there. They were toward the back of the field. Caution's out early, though.
Here's a replay right here.
It's like out of 4, the 71 of Edmiston pushed up out of turn 4. He was running the top of the track. He got the wall out of 4 and came down into Blackman, who had nowhere to go. The 19 car, Andy Starcher, also got damage. 25 and the 71 spun through the infield grass to bring out the caution here early, lap 5. And that's an early caution. Blackman was an innocent victim there.
He didn't have nowhere to go that time.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think about it so far, Ryan?
Well, early on, looks like we're going to have a lot of guys right on top of each other for the whole race. That 7 and the 27 and the 21 and the 42, everyone was right there, and it's looking like we're going to have ourselves a good show, but we got the whole field coming down for pit stops here early. No, except for one guy stayed out there. That's the 32, Darren Clement there in the 32. He stayed out, pulling a bit of pit strategy, see what track position can do for him.
Well, Edward Morris is bringing them in.
He is. They're all in the pits. We're going to see if someone takes two. It's early, so the tires aren't worn out that bad, but tire wear might be very important here tonight. See if anyone takes two. It looks like everyone, so far, looks like they're taking four. See who comes out first. Ooh. 7 car of Morris is going to come out first. Andrew Mraz with a great stop gets ahead of Mirando for second. Brandon Ketchum working his way up through the field here. He came out fourth after starting 7th. And Eric Driggins fell back a little bit. Nicholas Vroman, Jerry Glenn, John Gonzalez, Aaron Mercer, Michael Thwaites, Don Kidder, Donnie Lee, Adam Novak, Victor Keith, and Justin Walters all coming out. We see Andy Starchu, who's got some pretty good nose damage. He didn't take his fast repair or anything. 117 of Casey Duncan also has some damage. Doug Blackman took his fast repair. Tommy Amacy's in the pits, did not take his. And Jason Edmonston also doesn't look like he's taking his right now. They're saving their fast repairs for later just in case.
21 almost beat the 7 out.
Yeah, he did. He had a good run on him, but the 32 car, Darren Clement, is leading his first laps this season right now. He stayed out on track, did not make a pit stop.
Oh boy. Old tires and things.
And we're going to see how that works out. You'll really see what 5 laps can do on tires, because 32s, they did 5 green flag laps. 32's got original tires that he started on. Everyone else is on fresh ones, so we'll have to see what tires does here after a short amount of time compared to old and new.
5 laps don't seem like much there, Ryan, but I'll tell you what, it is.
Oh, yeah, for sure it is. After 5 laps, you'll have to be lifting, and just lifting a little bit makes a huge difference.
That's the difference from making a round turn and getting run over.
Oh, yeah. But we've seen Brandon Ketchum on the move. He's in 5th right now after starting 7th, and I was surprised he started 7th. I was expecting easily a top 5 qualifying spot. It might have just been a bad qualifying run he had. I'm thinking he's for sure going to be in contention for the win again. He's had speed all 2 races this season.
Well, that's 71 and the 41 back there behind the 21.
Yeah, the 27 of Mirando, 41 of Ketchum, 42 of Driggins. They're all fast. Everyone up front's fast, really. It's going to be interesting to see how this pans out, if we have a lot of cautions or if we can get a green flag pit stop, green flag run in. They were racing pretty clean. Two guys really, I noticed. Amacy hit the wall on his own early, and then the 71 of Edmiston hit the wall on his own and caused the caution there, caused the crash, but caused the caution. But other than that, it was clean racing up front. They were single file. A couple passes were made cleanly, though. It's good racing.
Who's leading it now? This thing.
32 of Clement. Darren Clement's got the lead right now because he stayed out.
Right. He stayed out.
Yeah, then it's Edward Morris. So 2 brand new faces to the series this season have got the top 2 positions. Edward Morris looks like so far on the short run has been the guy to beat. And we'll see how he does on this restart here. We got Darren Clement out front. Pace car's going to make the dive down onto pit road. And green flag is out. 32 gets the jump. 7 cars right there, too. He's going to be clear to get down in front of the 21 of Mraz. And he's clear. 32 is clear. He got a great jump, but we're going to see how those old tires really hold up. Is they going to get single filed out throughout the first couple spots? Mirando making a move on Mraz. Maybe not. That's for 3rd. 7 car got a big run out of turn 2, though. Morris going to see what he can do with that through 3 and 4. You can see he's faster with those new tires. He's got the run out of 4. He ran a bit of a higher line. He's on the outside of the 32. Clement and Morris are side by side for the lead. Morris is on the top. Clement on the bottom with the older tires. He's going to push up. Clement's got a lift. He's going to push up. Mraz is going to take him 3 wide on the bottom. We're 3 wide for the lead down the back straightaway. Outstanding racing right now. Mraz on the bottom, but it's the 7 of Morris is going to clear on the top with that big run he got out of 2. 21 of Mraz had to check up. They stack up behind him. That's going to bunch up the whole field. I'm surprised no one got into each other after all that. That was close because Mraz checked up there on the bottom and almost got hit by the 27 of Mirando. And that really helped that 7 car. Morris just drove away after that mess. 32 car Clements got second. Mraz has got to catch back up to try to make a move on him. Mirando's fourth. No, it didn't. He just checked up the slightest bit, and it stacked the whole field up. I'm really surprised there wasn't a wreck there. The 27 of Mirando had a moment. 42 of Driggins had a moment. They got a little sideways trying to check up because they thought the 21 must have been wrecking or something because he checked up so much. Now the 21 caught up to the 32 of Clement. It's going to be interesting to see if Mraz can get by him here. Mraz has caught him. He gets that draft, too. You're almost wide open around this track, so the draft does certainly play a factor here.
Yeah, he's still on them old tires, and there comes 21 right there.
Yeah, he's got him, and he's got the 27 of Mirando in tow, who I bet will follow right in that 21 car's footsteps.
Yes,
21 car was the fastest car on the track that time by. He was 0.2 of a second faster than Edward Morris that time by, so he's not only just reeled in and passed that 32, he's reeling in the leader of Edward Morris.
Yeah, he's getting on up there close to him.
Yeah, he's got a run there.
I like it when they race like that.
Yeah, I love when there's a difference between... It's clear, still in third. Gotta say, I'm impressed with how well this 32 car is able to hold up with older tires. I mean, I know it's only 5 laps, but I thought he'd fall back, knowing that he was running in 10th, so he really didn't seem to be one of the faster cars out there, but he's holding his ground. He's going to lose third here to Mirando here soon. Mirando on the inside looking to take that spot. He's going to get it. And that's clear. Mirando to third.
I noticed he was getting up high and letting them by, too, there, Ryan.
Yeah, he was giving Rome doing a great job at that. We got a great battle here, too, for 5th, 6th, and 7th. That's John Gonzalez, Brandon Ketchum, and Eric Driggins there. That we're getting really tight there through 1 and 2 and out of 2, and it's still tight there for that 6th spot between Gonzalez and Driggins. Some great racing there. But, yeah, this race here tonight is the biggest of the season. We've got 21 cars that started this race. All 21 of them are still on track and on the lead lap. So, that's really impressive. We're getting more cars here this season already. 3 races in, we're already up at least 5 cars from the other 2 races.
Yep, there's the 42 and the 3 together.
Yeah, and the 41 of Ketchum's making the move on the 32 of Clement. Those old tires starting to fade. Looks like Ketchum's going to clear him out of 2. Up to 4th is Brandon Ketchum. And that 42 car of Driggins is falling back fast. He started 3rd, and that was a path that he just lost 8th and 9th, so put him 9th. Roman and Mercer just drove around him. It's falling back pretty quick.
I see that. I wonder if he got any damage.
I don't see any damage on the car, but he's falling off. I don't know if he just pushed really hard on the short run. He had those tires fall off or what, but interesting story there on the 42 car. But the 20 of John Gonzalez, another new face, started 13th. He's all the way up to 5th, just past Darren Clement.
That's a good shot of him right there. Number 3, 22, and 42 together.
Yeah, those guys are on top of each other right now. And we were saying that 21 of Mraz was catching the leader. Well, that just changed. Edward Morris is starting to drive away right now. Fastest car on the track, though. Brandon Ketchum just ran the fastest lap time that time by 0.2 on the leader.
Yeah,
Brandon Ketchum, not to be surprised, has got the fastest car out there right now.
Number 12.
Number 41 there, Brandon Ketchum's got the fastest car on track right now.
Yeah, I was looking at number 12 there.
Michael Thwaites. Yeah, he's catching up to the 42 of Driggins, who's been falling off. Thwaites, though, he's catching Driggins. Looks like we got a battle for 2nd, though, heating up there. Mraz has been caught, and he had a check up there out of 2, and Mirando's on his inside right now. And he's got the 41 to catch him. I think that 21 car must have burnt his stuff off, as he is falling back fast. He just got passed by Mirando for 2nd. He's got Ketchum on his back bumper here. for third. Caution, caution. Oh, we got a huge wreck out of turn 4. 44 car, Adam Novak, is tumbling down the front straightaway. Still rolling right now.
Oh, what a wreck. Let's go back and
46 of Walters involved. Donnie Lee in the 88. This had to be in the back of the field. Big crash.
Donnie Lee was the one that caused it. He just got loose.
Appreciate the responsibility for that 88. There was contact between
Man,
Donnie Lee, yeah, he got in the back of the 44, turned him around. Donnie Lee in the 46 wreck 19 car got involved again, and he drove under that 44 and sent him for a wild ride down the front straightaway right in the dog leg before the start-finish line. Wow.
Sure did.
Biggest wreck we've seen this year.
Edward Morris is in front now.
Yep. Still holding on to the lead. He's been fast all night long. And I don't know, I think Ketchum and Miranda are going to put a good fight for that lead with him. So I think the 44 car just won a lap down. He's certainly going to have to use a faster pair. The 88. He's got some pretty heavy damage. So does the 46 and the 19. But we got pit stops this time, and this time we got the whole field coming in for 4 tires and fuel, I'm guessing, because it's been a long green flag run there.
Justin Walters stayed out.
Yeah, he's got to come in, though, at one point, I'd hope, because his car's really hurt.
That's right.
He'll probably come in next time by, but looking at the pit stops right now.
Edward Morris is the one that come in there
As the leader.
second. Yeah.
And he's going to come out as the leader. Also had a great stop there. Battle for second. Give it to Andrew Mraz, who just lost the spot to Miranda. He's going to take it back. Then it's Ketchum. Darren Clement, though, that pit strategy of taking no tires gave him the track position for this next caution. Now he took 4 tires, and he's going to be in 5th place right here with fresh tires compared to everyone else. And it's John Gonzalez, Aaron Mercer, and the weights. Vroman lost a ton of spots. He missed his stall coming in. Andy Starcher took his faster pair. Good thing he saved it from the last accident, because he got a ton of more damage at that time, and he gets himself back to the front with no damage. Casey Duncan, Don Kidder, the rest of the field there.
Did somebody get a black flag?
They gave Edmiston an EOL for causing the accident. Donnie Lee is on his way to the pits right now.
I give who the EOL?
Edmiston, I believe, was just given the EOL. That might have been from the previous incident.
I fixed to say what I seen wanting him.
No, I don't think they gave any EOLs out actually because of that accident.
Yeah. That was just racing.
Right. 44, Adam Novak took his faster pair, but he had to get towed to the pits. Wasn't able to drive there on his own, so he's 2 laps down, but the only car a lap down right now is him. So 2 more cautions, he can get 2 lucky dogs as long as he stays as the only one a lap down there.
That's going to be a good race up at the front.
Yeah, we've already seen some great racing.
At number 7, or was that 27?
Yeah, that 27, the 7, and 41, and the 21, really everyone up there in the top 4, I'd say. I think those 4 are really the fastest cars. We're going to have to see how the 32 runs with fresh tires. It's going to be interesting to see if Driggins can make his way back to the front. He qualified well, but fell back. Michael Thwaite still we haven't seen his face very much up in the top 5 tonight. I mean, we're only on lap 25, still got 120 laps to go this time by here.
Darren Clemens didn't get any tires?
He didn't on the pit stop before this one, which gave him the track position to get to the front. So he has fresh tires just like everybody else right now. But he was running about 10th on the caution before this one. And then he took no tires, got to the front, and then he was in about 5th when this caution came out. And then now he's 5th with the same tires as everyone else. So it's going to be interesting to see how he runs up here.
Yeah,
fresh tires.
We got the lights off on the pace car.
Yep, we're going green this time. Tommy Amacy and Justin Walters are just catching up to the tail end of the field here. They're getting repairs done. They have not taken their fast repairs yet.
All right, we're getting ready to go back green flag in a turn 3 and 4 here.
Yes, sir. 7 car, Edward Morris.
Oh,
Got the field in his control.
He got the field. He was shot. He shot out there like he had it too. He got the 71 right.
Oh yeah. Right. Yeah, he blew the 21 car. Had a bad restart there. 27 of Mirando following in his footsteps. He's going to take second. Mraz third. Ketchum is fourth. And then it's a dogfight from fifth on back. Looks like give it to the 20. Gonzalez got fifth. 32 car didn't get a good restart. That's Clement. Driggins is going to go around his outside. And Clement is going to fall back. Aaron Mercer falls in line. Jerry Glenn's there. We got the field making around that time clean and green so far after that restart. But the top 3 are nose to tail right now. That's Mraz, Mirando, and Morris. Mirando wants that lead, and we know he's got the speed to do it.
He's there.
Yeah, Mirando is looking around. Doesn't want to burn up those tires, and neither does Mraz and neither does Morris. But we got 5 cars nose to tail here. '27 of Mirando. It's right there, but he just can't seem to get it under or over anywhere next to the 7 car. He got a run out of 2 there. Not good enough to get his nose down there, though. He just got to get his nose under him or over him just to get a chance at passing him. He's running right in his tire tracks right now, though. 5 cars.
This track here is so equal, you know.
Yeah, the fact that it's nighttime and we're wide open makes it tough to pass. 27 tried a different line, though, that time. Tried the top, gave Mraz the bottom. The 7 car comes up to block. That gave Mraz a chance on the inside, but the 27 gets the run on exit. They're side by side for second and for fourth. The 20 car is going to try to pass Ketchum. 21 got the apron there a little bit. 20 car, John Gonzalez, another new face this season. He's there on the bottom for fourth, trying to get Ketchum.
That's the number 20 car.
Oh, Mraz checks up. 20 had to go to the top to miss him, and they barely keep it off the wall, both him and Ketchum. Driggins gets a huge run since they had to check up now. It's 6 cars right there, but just because that 21 car got the apron and had to check up, really screwed everybody up. Gives Mirando and Morris a run. Oh, wrecking for third. There they go. It's the 20 and the 21, and oh, they're going to get hit hard. 4 cars piling up on the front straightaway and more involved. It's the big one at Charlotte on the front straightaway. That one at least takes out half a dozen cars on the front straightaway. That was the race for third.
Which one was that?
Created calamity. 20 car at John Gonzalez. Big one here at Charlotte.
Andrews, was he involved in it?
The 20 and the 21 were the beginning. It was Gonzalez and Mraz. The 21 car looks like he washed up the track and nails the 20 car in the left rear. And they both spin down the front straightaway. 20 car drills the inside wall, and then everybody checking up. 21 came back up the track. 20 came back down the track, and nowhere to go for Jerry Glenn. Nowhere to go for Vroman. Nowhere to go for Doug Blackman, the 44 involved. The 03, a Don Kidder involved.
We watch the replay now. Oh, I see the 21 and 20 got into it.
Yeah, 21 came up into the 20, and it was basically impossible to avoid. It was a big crash there. Takes out a lot of big names in that wreck. Doug Blackman, that's the second time he's been in a wreck. He already used his first fast repair, I believe. That is not good for him. His car's destroyed right now, and I don't think he has any fast repairs left.
3
car, Nicholas Vroman. was unable to drive back to the pits. He had to get a tow, so he's going to lose laps. '44 car Adam Novak already tumbled down the front straightaway once his car's destroyed. He's out of fast repairs, and he's 2 laps down already. So that's really making some hard nights for some guys. Really, really tough.
He's a couple of laps down, eh?
Yeah, he is. He's Novak's 2 down right now. And that one's going to put Vroman at least 1, maybe more than 1 lap down.
There's that number 7 car back.
So looking at how pit stops, the whole field just came in. And Edward Morris holds on to the lead. Ketchum up to 2nd. And everybody took 4 tires and fuel. Some guys may have fixed damage that they had. But another huge wreck here at Charlotte. This is turning into a race with some pretty big accidents in it that we haven't seen so far this season.
Boy, I'm telling you, Charlotte?
I know, not necessarily the race I'd expect to see all the accidents at. Daytona was a pretty clean race. Texas last week, we went the whole first half of the race caution-free. And this week, not looking so lucky. We've already had ourselves 3 cautions with 2 major accidents. And all of them happening out of Turn 4. We've had every wreck in Turn 4. It's been Calamity Corner tonight.
Yeah, they need to settle down a little bit.
It would not be a bad idea. It's still early in this race. Still got over 100 laps left.
Yeah, settle down a little bit, and then it'll come to them.
Yeah, we got a lot of fast cars hurt in that one, especially Andrew Mraz and Nicholas Vroman, who's now 2 laps down. Andrew Mraz is the tail end of the lead lap. He's still got a ton of damage to his car. He has not taken his fast repair. I don't know if he has one left either. He might have used it already. So he might be out of luck.
Maybe. You got Brandon Ketchum up there on top now in 2nd.
Yeah, Brandon Ketchum has made his way to the front from 7th to 2nd right now, and he's no doubt a threat every week. Dylan Mirando 3rd, Driggins 4th, Darren Clement is 5th.
Edward Morris better be careful.
Yeah, he just needs to, at this rate, he just needs to creep around and finish this race. He hasn't run a race yet this season, and you get 2 drop weeks over the course of a 15 or 16 race season. And yeah, pace cars didn't work green. And it's Edward Morris getting a great jump on Dylan Mirando, who's going to take 2nd, Ketchum to 3rd. Driggins looking for that spot, though he's not going to get it. Top 4 or 5 now cars, as that is Aaron Mercer in 5th, are going to file out.
It didn't take him long to get going.
No, it didn't. He got a great jump that time. He's got the lead. And hopefully these guys are going to calm down a little bit and log in some green flag laps. But Miranda got a great run on him that time. He is bad fast right now through 3 and 4. And he's catching them real quick right now. It's Miranda to the back bumper of the 7 car.
He's our only man.
Down the back straightaway, Miranda right there on the back of the 7.
He got a run that time.
Yeah, he's running a higher line, arcing the corners better than that 7 is. He gets right to the white line, the 27 of Miranda does. He might have a chance at taking the lead here. He's trying to stick his nose under there. I don't know if he's going to be able to get him, but there's the 41 car to catch him too. 3 cars under a blanket for the lead. 7 car washed up a little wide that time. 41's got a chance at pushing the 27. No, he's not going to. 27 falls back in line.
You reckon he might have thought that Brandon was going to get around him?
Yeah, 27's trying to play defense and offense here at the same time, trying to get the 7 while holding off the 41. If you get side by side with a guy, the guy in front of you is going to drive away, and everyone behind you is going to catch up. Really slows you down.
Yeah,
27 washed up again. Miranda really doing great at sticking the bottom. 7 car not so much yet. He's still able to hold off Miranda.
Moreno just ain't got a good enough run yet. He got one.
No, he's got it. 7-car washed up again, and here comes Miranda on the inside with Ketchum right there in third. That time by give it to Edward Morris. He led the lap by 1/1000th of a second, but I don't know if he's going to lead the next one here. Mirando's got him by half a car through 1 and 2. Side by side, here comes Ketchum. What's he going to do? He's going to stay to the top, and he's going to push that 7-car. The 7-car might actually clear Mirando here and keep it in the lead.
He sure did.
He did, and Ketchum now working that top line. Oh, 27 clears himself. Almost came across the nose of Ketchum, but they are back nose to tail as they were throughout the start of this race.
Slammed that door, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Edward Morris still hasn't been passed all race long, other than guys that have stayed out on track with tire strategy. It's been real fast and real hard to pass, especially we got Driggins on the inside for third on Ketchum. See what he can do there for third. Miranda trying to get another run there on the leader. And now look at the 41. He got a run. 27 didn't see it coming. Almost came down across Ketchum's nose. Ketchum's there on the bottom. Not sure if he's going to get it. 27's going to have a huge run here out of turn 2.
Boy, he almost
he's clear. Yeah, 27 clear out of 2. He's going to come back down the track and block that 41. Remember, while you're doing this, you don't want to be burning your tires up, because at the end of this run, guys that are saving tires are going to run you over like you're stopped.
Yeah, they are.
27 back to the inside of the 7, though. He's got the 7 of Morris on his outside. They're side by side again for the lead. The 41, though, chooses to run the top on the 7 car. Now he's trying to split the middle and go to the bottom. 3 wide on the 27.
Ow.
3 wide. No, he backs out. He does the smart thing, and he backs out, plays it safe. He's going to wash up, though, and he might give up the third spot to Driggins here. Driggins is going to get third. 41 backed out, and then he washed up the track.
That reading he had to get let out on it.
Yeah, he did. He let out. He played it safe. He didn't want to dive it in there 3 wide. He could have taken out everybody if he did that. But the 27 of Mirando still there with the 7 of Morris for the lead. He's holding it in there. It's tough to pass because that top line gets such a good run and exit, but the bottom is so fast through the bottom. Looks like the 27 had a great run there on the bottom, made it stick. And he's going to lead his first lap. Oh, we got a caution.
Caution on Speedway.
Caution again out of turn 4. It's Justin Walters spinning through the grass in the 46 and the 117 to Casey Duncan. Caution is out. And I wonder who they're going to give the lead to. I don't know who had the lead at the time of caution, if it was Morris or Mirando. Gonna have to see in a second. We'll look at the replay now of the accident between the 46 and the 117 cars.
Oh yeah. That 32 run him up the speedway.
Yeah, it looks like the 117 got some contact with the 32. He was sideways.
48.
Oh, right when he hit the apron, it overcorrected. Oh, man, the 20 sneaks through. Then he came down and got blindsided by the 46 car of Walters. Everybody did a great job of missing that, especially that 20 car. Just barely missing him. The 46 didn't get so lucky. Caution's out. The field is in for green flag stops again, or caution's flag stops again. Gonna see who comes out on top.
Jason Edmondson's out. Well, let's see.
Yeah, it looks like some guys stayed out. Walters and Edmiston stayed out, and battle on exit, give it to Mirando, is the leader. Morris is second. Driggins, Ketchum, Mercer. Top 5 remains the same as it was when they came in.
The 46 is staying out.
Not sure if he's going to stay out or if he's going to come in this time, but he's scored the leader right now. I have to see what happens there. 3 and Nicholas Vroman looks like he's out of the race right now. He's 13 laps down, still sitting in the pits from that big accident we had earlier.
Jason Edmondson is second there, and they ain't went in. They ain't going in.
The 46 went in, but Edmondson stays out. It looks like Edmondson might be playing the strategy of staying out, even though that car's got some pretty significant damage to the rear end and the front. Basically, every corner of the car's got damage on it.
That thing's warped, ain't it?
Yeah, it's seen better days, that's for sure.
You got 27 right there behind him, and he got the 7 behind the 27.
That's right, and they just gave Darren Clement the EOL for the causing of the accident, so he's going to drop to the back after it was looking to be a promising night for the rookie, and have to work his way back.
I'll be right back. You hear me?
Yeah,
I'll be right
I got you. So we got Dylan Mirando running second. We're going to have to see if Edmondson actually does decide to stay out or if he comes in here this time. But Mirando, after winning last week at Texas, put himself second in the points, and as they run right now, Mirando in second and Ketchum back in fifth. If he finishes that, he's only 3 points behind Ketchum. He'll put himself in the points lead if they finish as they are right now, but obviously that more than likely won't happen. Still got 100 laps to go, less than 100 laps to go, 98 to go to be exact. .46 and Walters just came out of the pits trying to get damage fixed. He's had a rough night. So is Adam Novak, who just got himself back on the lead lap with the lucky dog. He's got damage.
Later, we heard you call that.
Same with Doug Blackman, who was outstanding last week. Had to start in the back this week and got involved in the 2 big accidents already. And he's got a ton of damage to that car, and he's got no fast repairs left, so unlucky for him.
Who was that?
Doug Blackman, who had to start in the back there, and before he could even work up to the front, he's already been involved. He's been a victim of 2 big accidents, and he's got a ton of damage. Not looking good for him, even though I'm sure he would have had a fast car if he could bring it to the front after his showing last week at Texas.
At 27 leading, ain't he?
He's second because the 71 at Edmondson stayed out, and he's leading the field to the green. He chose to start on the outside. 71 car Edmondson leads him to the green flag, and he does not get a good jump. That car's got a ton of damage and old tires. He's just trying to get all the track position he can. Down through 1 and 2. Mirando is going to easily take the lead away. And now it's a battle for second, though. That 7 car of Morris there trying to work around that 71 car Edmondson. Edmondson washes up the track in 3 and 4, and that's going to allow just about everybody there up front to pass him. You see Driggins, you see Ketchum, all driving by him there on the front straightaway. He's going to hold up Mercer pretty bad, though. That big lead now for the 27. Yeah, Thwaites has worked his way back to the front there. He's 5th. Yeah, we know he's fast. He's the 3rd car in points right now. Only 4 points behind points leader Brandon Ketchum, and he's right now on the back bumper of Brandon Ketchum. He got loose there out of 4. Ketchum's going to drive away a little bit, make a gap on him. We've got a huge pack of cars there in the back outside of 5th, getting held up by that 71. Aaron Mercer really getting stuck there. He was up well in the top 10, in the top 5 actually, I think, on the restart, and falling back to, looks like 11th right now on the restart, getting held up by the 71.
Dylan Mirando is running off with it now, ain't he?
He is. I knew he'd have a fast car just like he did last week, and he gets it out in the clean air in the front, finally got it around Edward Morrison. He is finally back out front where he likes it, just like he did last week for the last 2 laps. He's back there in the lead.
Edward's having a time with that and behind him there.
Yeah, he's got some hungry dogs right there behind him, and Eric Driggins and Brandon Ketchum and Michael Thwaites there. See what they can do. It's really tough to pass here tonight. Gonna see if they can get around them or not. They're running all over them, though. The fastest car on the track that time by was Michael Thwaites, who has some big help from the draft off the 41 car Ketchum. because Ketchum is right behind the 42 and the 7. They are nose to tail Ketchum. They're sticking his nose under the 42 of Driggins. Ketchum looking for that third spot. Driggins drove it in deep, and he's on that top side. He's going to clear him out of 2, and now Driggins going to the inside of the 7 car of Morris. He's not going to get there.
Morris been holding that line all night.
Yeah, he has been what looks to be really fast, but not only that, he's been extremely challenging to pass. Because if he runs that arc that he has been, he's been going from the top to the bottom really late. It's been almost impossible to pass him. Mirando's the only guy that's done it tonight is to pass that 7 car under green. And he didn't even clear him. He was just a half a car length in front of him and got lucky when the caution came out. The 27 car is pulling away right now. He was the fastest car last time by. He's pulled over a second gap, and he's the fastest car again that time by. And there's the battle going on for second, though. The 41 car gets the run on the 7 out of 2. He's sticking his nose in there, and Michael Thwaites just passed Eric Driggins for 4th in the battle for second. 41 drives it in deep, and he doors the 7. 41 is on the apron sideways and saves it. Ketchum drove it in deep into turn 3. Door slams the 7. Does damage to the right side of his car and to the left side of the 7 car. He saved it.
Yeah, he saved it, but look where he's at.
Yeah, he fell way to the back outside of the top 5, and that left side damage on the 7 car and the amount of speed he lost is hurting him, because look at Michael Thwaites. He's going to go ahead and challenge for second, and he's going to do it there through 3 and 4. Thwaites to second, and Driggins is looking at third.
He sure is.
Driggins on the inside for third. He goes into 1 and 2 on the bottom. He's looking like he's got a chance. 7 car's going to have the run out of 2. Oh, we got a crash. Just catch him around on the back straightaway. Hard contact with the 20 car of John Gonzalez, and the 41 around cautions out.
Right, we're going to get the replay.
The 41 and the 20, not sure what happened. I saw the 20 door slamming with the 41 out of 2, and he finally wrecked on the middle of the back straightaway.
The 20
caution's out.
The 20 went around and turned up against the wall. That's what it was.
Let's see here.
Yeah, the 20.
Yeah, 20 was running the top side. He kissed the wall out of 2, and then 41 car with nowhere to go really ran into the back of him. 20 car spun and clobbered Ketchum when he was on the apron trying to hold on to the car, and they both spun Ketchum from running in the top 3, and now he's in the back coming in the pits looking like he's going to have to use a fast repair.
Oh boy, he's going to have a hard time getting back up.
Yes, he is. Still got a long ways to go, but it's so tough to pass here. It's going to be a real challenge. But we got the 27 leading the entire field of lead lap cars down the pit lane.
Here they come.
Dylan Mirando made himself a real nice gap, but that all got erased there with the accident out of turn 2. See Brandon Ketchum coming out of the... Brandon Ketchum just came out of the pits just barely in front of him to keep himself on the lead lap. But yeah, he's going to have to do that all over again. He's right. We're going to see if he can come out of the pits in first, though. It's going to be interesting to see who gets out first. Mirando has got the lead. Thwaites is second. Drag race for third. Not sure if Jerry Glenn got it. Yeah, Jerry Glenn may have taken third. Not sure yet. Still waiting on word here. Looks like Edward Morris has actually got third. Jerry Glenn fourth. Eric Driggins back to 5th. So looking good right now. At 19 car, Andy Starcher, who's had lots of trouble this race so far. He's been the victim of a lot of accidents. He's working his way back up to the front.
Yeah, Andy's a good friend of mine.
He's trying to make his way to the front. He's been unlucky so far. He started in the back. His car looks clean. I think he's going to make his way to the front. 41 car. Looks like he's got to go to the tail. I think it's because he came in to a closed pit lane to get the damage repaired. So that means he's going to be one lap down to add on to his troubles that he already had of having to work his way from the back to the front. Now he's a lap down. So he's basically got to do it twice.
Got 4 of the fastest cars out there right there. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
I would say so. At 27, the 12, the 7. They're real fast. We haven't seen much of Jerry Glenn tonight, but he's got himself up into 4th.
Yeah, see that.
Gained a lot on that last pit stop. Driggins is 5th. We know he's fast. That 21 car of Andrew Mraz, who's got damage, he's worked his way back to 8th from the back of the field after getting caught up in the accident with the 20 car. You see Don Kitters and Victor Keith, who we haven't talked about much tonight, running in the top 10.
He's showing his face. How many's out?
We are coming to 1 to green here for Dylan Mirando.
Michael Thwaites is going to give him a good run for his money right there.
You watch him.
Oh, that's for sure. Michael Thwaites. We haven't seen him really leading any races this season. I mean, we're only 2 races in, so I give him that. But he's got a good chance at it here. See if he can give Mirando a run for his money. Mirando's been insanely fast, though, these last 2 races. And he's finally got himself out front in the clean air, showing how hard passing is, and he's driven away from the field. Let's see how he does here on this restart.
Michael has to not be asleep.
Yeah, he's going to certainly need to have a great restart here, see if he can get himself a chance at the 27 right off the bat. 7 cars in a good spot, though, right now in 3rd. Edward Morris.
We're on the back stretch. We can go racing again.
Yeah, getting ready to take the green here.
All right, Charlie.
And to turn 3 with 1 lap to green. Looks like we're going to have ourselves also a good race for the Lucky Dog. Got 3 cars 1 lap down. John Gonzalez, Darren Clement, and Brandon Ketchum are all a single lap down. And they're going to be racing for that oh-so-important Lucky Dog when the caution comes out, which it's bound to come out again at this rate. And we are green here. Pace car is in. We're green. 27 of Miranda gets a good jump. 7 car trying to stick his nose under Thwaites. See if Thwaites can clear him or if he's going to have to run the top here in 1 and 2. 7 car. Oh, Thwaites is going to clear him. 7 car to Morris to 3rd. And they are battling hard for 4th on back, side by side.
It's 3 wide back there just then.
It is 3 wide. I saw that in the back of the field, but man, they're getting awfully close here for 4th. Jerry Glenn, Andy Starcher running there side by side. Starcher on the top trying to clear Glenn. Looks like Starcher's going to maybe get him here. He's on the top. He's going to get him. He's looking really awfully fast all of a sudden. And he's putting the 7 car at a run for his money here for 3rd. See if Andy Starcher can put on a show all of a sudden.
Is Darren a lap down?
No, he is not. Aaron Mercer, you say?
Darren.
Oh, no,
Darren
he's not.
Clement.
Oh, yes, Darren Clement is.
Yeah,
He's a lap
32,
down along with
yeah.
Gonzalez. Yeah, 32, the 20, and the 41 are all a lap down. They're the battle for the Lucky Dog.
Yeah, I was looking at that. We got 3 cars out, ain't we?
Yeah, it's looking like it. Vroman is out of this race. Casey Duncan, I think he's out of the race also.
John Wembley.
Yeah, Wimbish never started the race. Interesting. And Dakota Craig and Hunter McDaniel, I think, are admins.
Yeah, John T. didn't start. I think it's his off week.
Right. We got a good battle going on here. This is for 5th. That's Mraz really pinching Driggins there. That was awfully close. Mraz giving him no breathing room. Mraz, we saw him fast at the start of this race and got involved in an accident. He's got some right rear damage to that car, but he's still making it work here. He's really fast on the short run, but he tends to fall off on the long run. But a car that seems to be falling off is Edward Morris, who led basically the whole first half of this race. Or the first 40 or so laps of this race. He's fallen off. He's got the 42 of Driggins and the 21 of Mraz right on his back bumper. He kissed the wall there at the turn 4.
And that 42 is right there between the 21 and the 7. He's doing pretty good. Edwards is in 4th.
Yeah, he fell off there on that restart. Lost a spot to the 19 of Andy Starcher, who was involved in at least one, maybe 2 accidents early in this race. Started 20th, and he's running 3rd right now, and he's awfully fast. But right now, 1st and 2nd is Mirando and Thwaites. That time by, fastest car on the track was the 27 of Mirando. He's got a 6/10 of a second lead, and we got a caution on the track. Caution on the speedway again. We got one car spinning down the pit lane is the 20 of John Gonzalez. And I'm not seeing anybody else involved. John Gonzalez must have had something go wrong at a turn 4. He's spun down into the pit lane. Looked like he was driving into the road course there.
Him and the 44 got into it. I just looked at the replay.
Yeah, you're right. At a turn 4. Well, the 20 doors, the 44 bounces off him a few times. 44 plows into the wall in the middle of the straightaway, and the 20 car spins through the infield and locks him up and keeps him off that inside wall barely. Accident there on the front straightaway.
That was a bad one. No, he didn't have nowhere to go.
No, interesting accident there. We're going to see who comes into the pits there. That was a pretty short run. I wouldn't be surprised to see the whole field come in for 4 tires again. See how this one pans out. Yeah, wouldn't be surprised.
There comes Dylan.
Here they come. Everybody.
All of them coming in.
And when it comes down to it, might take a tire strategy to beat that 27. Look who stayed out. It's the 41. That's a lap car, actually. Brandon Ketchum. He's the lucky dog, and that's why he stayed out. Darren Clement stayed out also. He's going to get the wave around it if he decides to stay out.
Yeah, if he don't come in, he get it.
But 41 of Ketchum, I believe, is the lucky dog. Field is in the pits right now.
Let's see who beats them out here. You better hurry. They're coming.
Oh, 12 of Michael Thwaites has got it. You're right.
He sure did.
Dylan Mirando got 2nd. Edward Morris gained some more spots that he lost there earlier. He's back to 3rd. Starcher's 4th. Driggins is 5th. Jerry Glenn is 6th.
Gonna be a different game right here, Bubba.
Yeah, that shakes things up. New leader,
yes,
Michael Thwaites. But, and I say but because right now Doug Blackman has stayed out from the lead lap position. So maybe he's pulling a strategy. His car's got a lot of damage.
25.
But you're right, he's staying out. 25 car, Doug Blackman has stayed out on track. He's going to lead a lap here. Really fast last week at Texas we saw. But he's got a lot of damage. Had to start in the back. Got involved in some accidents. Used his fast repair. Got involved in another accident. And he's been a victim of a lot of accidents this race. But he's in the lead with a ton of damage and old tires. I don't know how that's going to hold off. But going to have to see how everything pans out for that 25 with Doug Blackman. He's the current leader. 32. Darren Clement's going to take the wave around here when they take one to green. He's going to be 18th in the last car on the lead lap. John Gonzalez gets a 30-second green flag stop-and-go penalty for causing a second accident here tonight. And let's see him. Brandon Ketchum just came in for fresh tires and fuel. He got the lucky dog.
That 25, it tore all paces.
Yeah, it is. He's been unlucky in some of these big wrecks, and let's see how that car runs here with all that damage. We know he's a fast driver and a fast car, but I don't know if that car's fast with all that damage.
You got a bunch on there. It's Michael Thwaites' first time to lead a race, ain't it?
I believe so.
Because he'll get around that one.
Oh yeah, he'll be fast for sure. He should be able to get 25 pretty easily here on the restart. The But that 12 car, he's been fast all season, just hasn't been out in the lead. And this is his chance right now to see what he can do in clean air.
Yes, it is, but he got the 27 right there behind him, though.
Yeah, he's got the 27 and the 7. The two fastest cars all night are right on his heels. And 41 car, catch him. It's just a matter of time until he makes his way back to the lead. We know he's the fastest car really out there.
Yeah,
he's just been struggling.
If he's got it fixed, he'll darn sure get up there.
Yeah, he used his fast repair, so he's got a clean car after that accident earlier, and he just got the lucky dog, so he's back on the lead lap.
Poor fella there looks like he's been through a grinder.
Yeah, that 25 car is killed. That's an understatement.
I was looking at just in it coming down through there sideways and everything.
Yeah, he has got all sorts of damage, but he's staying out. He's leading laps, getting some bonus points toward the championship, and we're green. Stacking them up. Oh, boy. They're all stacking up. Nobody went, and the whole field is wrecking behind. 6th place. We got one on its lid. A mess of a restart there, and caution is out. Wow, that was messy right there. I don't know what happened. The 25 car did not go, and he's got every right to wait until the green lights to go, I believe, and everyone jumped.
They got a line right there before you get to the flag there, Ryan. And
right.
if you get past that line, you can go. It don't matter
that
where
is
you're
right.
at.
Whole field stacked them up. Gonna have to see who's hurt after that one. We've got the 7 car, Edward Morris, destroyed. He couldn't even drive back to the pits. He's getting towed to the garage. That thing is killed.
Who was the first one?
First one must have been the 7 because he was restarting in the 2nd row and he wrecked.
Let's go back and look at it.
Edward Morris was rolling down the front straightaway.
All right, we're looking at the replay now.
Everyone kind of seemed to lay back and then kind of went. And it was that bottom line that really stacked up the worst. Everyone was full throttle and they were 5 wide there, and the 22 of Mercer turned Driggins down into the 7, and then the 05 and Don Kidder. 71 at Edmiston piled in. Mraz came in there. 41 car at Ketchum got left front damage there. He hit the 22 of Mercer.
They pushed Michael Thwaites out in front of that 25 too.
And we'll look at it live right now.
If they did that, he'll get a black flag.
I'm not sure right now. We got the whole field kind of stacked up. They're waiting on the pace car is what's going on. This is what happens when a caution comes out like that, is the field kind of has to wait on the pace car. So we're kind of going to have to wait and see. We got guys stopped here in 3 and 4. It's going to have to wait and see what the lineup looks like here. Got the field stopped in turn 4 waiting on the pace car to come around and pick them up.
Doug Blackman's still showing as leader.
He is, as the pace car just goes by, and they're going to pick up the leaders who are going to come in the pits, which is, see Michael Thwaites coming in the pits, which is interesting because they did 0 laps on those tires. They barely even got on the gas by the time the caution came out. So Thwaites and a couple guys with damage are in. A lot of guys with damage.
I can't believe Michael come in.
I know, that's a surprise. His car's clean. See, the 7 car just took his fast repair. Edmonston took his fast repair. Everyone who's got a fast repair left basically had to take it that time. Just about everybody's been involved in the accident, but Andy Starcher was the first car to stay out, and he's the leader.
The 21 beat Michael Thwaites out, but Andrew Morris.
I'm sort of confused on where Doug Blackman is being scored.
He's in first.
He's in first, but he's right now behind. He's got a whole lap on the field right now.
He'll have to come into pit road until they come by then.
I'm not sure if he might have gotten a black flag for passing the pace car, which would be passing under yellow, which is a pretty severe penalty. I'm pretty sure it's a green flag stop. Got some more guys coming in the pits here under this caution. 19 just came in. He's got damage. 21 of Mraz is in. He's got damage. Blackman right now is at a snail's pace in turn 3.
I heard that.
And he's got over a minute lead. So he's got basically a full lap on the field.
Somewhere he's going to have to lay back and let them get around him.
Either he has to let the pace car by and he'll be the leader but have the field right there behind him. I'm not sure. He's coming in the pits right now. Yeah, he's on his way down pit road right now.
Yeah, his, whatchamacallit told him to come in.
So it's either that or he's going to be behind the field and everybody's going to be a wave-by car. Might be what's really happening here. Because that happens when the caution comes out that early sometimes.
He's got a green flag. He's going to have to stop at the cone. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
He got to wait on the field to pass him.
Yeah, he's barely moving here. He's stopping right now. They're having him wait.
I can hear the captain, but ow. My cigar got too short.
Well, we just took one to green.
That burned.
And I think you're going to be surprised when I say this, but I believe Victor Keith is being possibly scored the lead car right now.
The 13th.
The 131 of Victor Keith might be the leader. If not, it's the 25 of Blackman. He's on the apron right now on his way out of the pits. It's either Blackman or Keith.
Oh, that's 131.
I think Blackman's heading to the tail of the field, so give the lead to the 131 of Victor Keith.
Hang on, we're not going.
And they're going to add a lap here to the caution because of the
25.
confusion here for the lineup.
25.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the 25 is supposed to be, but they just added a lap of caution here. So maybe the 25 is the leader.
He's going to have to let them get around him.
Yeah, either way on this restart, that car's so destroyed, he's just going to get past here immediately.
Well, he's still a lap ahead of everybody.
I think he actually got... I don't think he's a lap ahead anymore. No, he's not. Everyone's on top of each other. This is a normal restart. Doug Blackman's the leader. Nobody's a lap ahead or anything. They got it all sorted out. Great job by Hunter McDaniel and all the K&N Series admins. They sorted it out. 25 car is the leader. He just decided to choose the outside line on the restart, and that's why him and Ketchum just swapped.
That's a good deal. That's a good idea for him to do.
Yeah, it is. So he's going to be out of the way. So let's run through the lineup real quick now that everything's kind of been flipped on its head after that huge pileup on the restart. Blackman is the leader. Ketchum is second. Victor Keith is third. Don Kidder is fourth. Donnie Lee is, or Eric Drigan is fifth. Donnie Lee is sixth. Darren Clement is seventh. Eighth is Jason Edmonston. Ninth is Aaron Mercer. And 10th is Adam Novak. So a lot of torn up race cars out on track. So we're going to have to see how this all pans out. Edward Morris, he got his fast repair. His car is completely clean. But he is a lap down. Dylan Mirando's in the back of the field. And we're coming to the green flag here. We're green. And Blackman gets a good jump. But I don't know how long that lead's going to last as they head towards turn number 1. That car is destroyed as here comes the 41 car of Brandon Ketchum on the inside. And caution is out.
Oh, no.
We got a crash in turn 1. Tommy Amacy is involved in the 05. Another quick yellow here. Doug Blackman still in the lead. Looks like the 05. Oh my, a big checkup. And Mirando's involved too. He's got even more damage to add on to his troubles. Dylan Mirando's car is really hurting now.
Tommy and Macy didn't look too good before he got into that one. Good Lord.
No, his car's been hurt all race long. He was involved in the early accident. Looks like a big checkup from the 7. He gets run over by the 20 of John Gonzalez. 27 car had nowhere to go. He got damaged.
71.
Another big accident early.
Tommy and Macy look like a compact now.
Yeah.
Boy,
Looks like it's been through the compactor.
He got hit twice there just then.
Oh, yeah, he got clobbered once by one car and then second time by Mirando. And pit stops here. Another interesting one. Looks like a couple guys staying out, a couple guys coming in. Again, they didn't even do a full lap on tires, and we got guys coming in the pits anyway. Doug Blackman stayed out, and Michael Thwaites is in. Eric Driggins is second. He's going to stay out. Edward Morris, I believe, should be getting the lucky dog here. He gets the lucky dog. He'll be back on the lead lap. See who the first car to come out of the pits, though, is. First car out, give it to Don Kidder in the 03, Darren Clement in the 32, then Mraz, Victor Keith, Mercer, Donnie Lee, Michael Thwaites, Andy Starcher, Brandon Ketchum all coming out.
I bet somebody just took tires on the right side.
Yeah, some right side tires only, which isn't a bad idea. Again, we didn't even get a lap on those tires under green.
May have just got gas.
So leader right now is Doug Blackman. He might be surrendering that lead though. He's been out there for 22 laps. Might be running a little low on gas, and yeah, he's going to head in, and that's going to give the lead to the 42 car of Eric Driggins. Second place is Edmonston. Third place is Jerry Glenn. Fourth, Don Kidder. Fifth, Darren Clement. Lots of new faces up here, which is what happens when we get a race like this. We are under, this is our 8th caution of the race, and we have barely passed halfway.
There's Don Kidder in 4th place. Eric Driggins, that's the first time he's led tonight, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. He's been up there all night, but this is the first time he's been in the first position. And Don Kidder, he had himself a great run last week, and looking at another one this week. A little luck on his side, though, this time. Last week he was out front all race, really.
And Jason Edmondson right there up under him, under Eric Driggins.
Right.
We're going to see.
And even though we've had all of this accident-ridden race, we still got 18 cars on the lead lap out of the 21 that started. Casey Duncan and Nicholas Broman are out of the race. John Gonzalez is a lap down in 19th. He's still in it, though. Looks like he might go 2 laps down here unless he pulls out at the last second.
Well, there ain't no lap down cars in front of him.
No, this is lined up nice and clean right now, coming to 1 to green. And I think...
What is that, 98?
What? A Jerry Glenn there in third? Yeah, that's a 98 of Jerry Glenn in third.
I had a hard time seeing that number.
Yeah, you got a weird font and color on there. I couldn't read it either until I looked at the number on the telemetry here.
Yeah, it is a good number.
Yeah.
He's in third, yeah. I see Don Kidder, Jerry Glenn, the 32, Darren Clement.
Jason Edmonston just got an EOL penalty here.
I was going to say, that's what just dropped down, yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to shake things up. That puts Don Kidder on the outside pole for this restart.
Yes, it is. He's on the very back.
So
now.
Kidder is second now. And Driggins is still the leader on this restart here. Pace car makes the dive down the pit lane. And Eric Driggins gets the jump. Jerry Glenn is second. Don Kidder falls in line in third. And it's Mraz in fourth and Darren Clement in fifth as we're single file through first 6 cars here. Victor Keith is sixth here. through 1 and 2. They're going to file out. And let's just hope we can get ourselves some nice green flag racing here like we did at the very beginning of this race.
Jerry Glenn is fell in behind the number 1, Eric Driggins.
Yeah, Driggins and Glenn are right there, 1-2. Driggins has had a fast car all night. We haven't seen Jerry Glenn necessarily up in the front all night. But Driggins, no doubt, has got a fast race car, and he's got a good chance right now. How things have shook out, he's got a great chance at this win.
Don Kidder's doing good, too.
Single file through most of the field. We've lost a lot of cars to all these accidents. A lot of them still in the race, but with a ton of damage. Hopefully going to make this a much cleaner race because we got much fewer cars left. And we got a battle for third there. Mraz tried sticking his nose in there on Kidder, but he's got the 32 car of Darren Clement on the outside of him. And they are nose to tail, no room for mistakes, so you're going to get run over at this rate. It's really tight race, and Mraz there on the inside for third on Kidder. He's got a chance on him there down the front. Looks like Mraz, who was fast at the beginning of this race, he's got damage, but he's still in contention here. That car is beat up. Oh, he pushed up and he got into Kidder there a little bit almost, and 21's having a block. 32 tries to make a 3 wide down the back. He's not going to get it. Look at that gaggle of cars down into turn number 3. Oh, making contact is Mercer into Donnie Lee. My gosh, they saved it again. Still clean and green somehow. Look at Michael Thwaites on the top side of the track. He is picking off guys one by one, working his way back to the front. He's up to 4th now in that 12 car. He's fast.
He is, ain't he?
Fastest car on the track, though, last time by was the 7 Edward Morris, who just got the lucky dog, and he was fast all throughout the first start of this race. Led most of this race.
If he can get Don Kidder, too, because he's right on him.
Thwaites is right there on Kidder, and that Thwaites car is clean as a whistle, which compared to everyone else, it's about the cleanest you'll get, really. Everyone else's car has got some pretty hard damage on it. Look at the 32 car with a run on the top. Just past everybody was Darren Clement on the outside looking for second now. He just flew by everyone on the top side of the track. Darren Clement to the lead on those fresh tires, and he's got Michael Thwaites following him.
And he was in back a while ago.
Yeah, that Darren Clement car has 6 lap fresher tires than the rest of the field. That's what's making the difference, is those 6 laps, and he is reeling in that number 42 car of Driggins fast. Had him by about 0.2 of a second that time by. And look at him gaining on him. You can see the difference. He's closing in on him. Fresh tires on that 32 with Darren Clement.
Michael Thwaites just took over the one on 68.
Yeah, he did. He just took third over. Yeah, that's a 98 of Jerry Glenn. Don Kidder's going around in turn 1.
Oh, no.
He's still sliding. Still sliding. He saves it. No caution. He's still going, loses a ton of track position, but an outstanding save by Don Kidder in the battle for the lead. The 32 just blew the 42 out of the water. 42 with Driggins with the crossover, though. Driggins still in the lead at the line. That 32 with the fresh tires, though, is right there. Oh, 42 tried to block the top line, but the 32 is going to run the top line anyway. It might have held him at bay just a little bit, but here comes Michael Thwaites, too, in third.
Michael Thwaites in third.
Driggins is doing all he can to block that 32 car, Darren Clement.
Darren Clemens is running for his life now, ain't he?
Yeah, he's going with all he's got, those fresh tires. He needs to get by that 42 because the longer he is stuck behind him, that 12 car at Thwaites is going to catch him. And now the 12 car working on the 32. 32 might have worn out his stuff because now the 42 is pulling away. Driggins is getting away from Thwaites. Well, not Thwaites, but he's getting away from Clements. Thwaites is the one that's catching him.
He got a hard run on him there that time.
Yeah, he does.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Not at all. That 12 car is the fastest on track right now. He's just got to get by the 32 to get himself a chance at the 42. But that 42's got 6 lap older tires than the rest of the field there. Well, than the 2 cars behind him, being the 32 and the 12.
Yeah, it's hard to pass here at Charlotte, I tell you.
It is very hard to pass. And speaking of passing, battle for 4th is on. And so is the battle for 2nd here at the same time. That's Ketchum trying to get by one car there. Ketchum trying to pass Jerry Glenn. And Thwaites is working on Clement at the same time here through turn 4. Ketchum just took 4th from Glenn. And that Ketchum car is fast. He's working his way back to the front after crashing there earlier on the back straightaway.
Michael Thwaites ain't having no luck with that 20, whatever that was.
Yeah, he's stuck behind that 32. He's got no luck in passing him so far. It's so tough to pass here. Takes more than just a run to get around him. You got to make that 32 make a mistake. You got to intimidate him. Got to pull the intimidator. Get that black number 3 behind him, and then get him sideways.
Yeah. Look like their tires are starting to wear down now.
Yeah, that 42 car, Eric Driggins, on the older tires, is doing well. As you can see, when the tires get older, the guys tend to run a higher line closer to that wall, which is easier to make a mistake when you're right against that outside wall.
What's Michael Thwaites where he's at?
Yeah, they're running a lower line in 3 and 4, but up in 1 and 2, they are up against the fence. At least last time by they were, and 12 car's got to run here into turn 1. See where he takes it. Looks like he's going to try to go to the top. See the 12 car up against that wall, running the Larson line there. He's going to get a run on the 32. Where's he going to take it? Looks like he's not going to get to go anywhere with it. Stuck behind him. But they caught the 42. 32 drives it in deep. He's going to lose a lot of time on exit. 12 car at the weights trying to stick his nose in there.
Michael Thwaites knows that number 1 right there in front of him.
Yeah, he needs to get by the 32. He knows he's faster than the 32, and the 32 is the only reason he can't get to the lead.
That's right. And the leader knows that too.
He does. He's hoping the 42 stays held up by the 32. It's impressive the run Driggins is putting on here with the older tires. And here comes the 12. He got a great run there out of 4. This is his chance there. He's on the inside into 1 and 2. He might get the 42 here on the same straightaway.
He's after him. He's down low.
32's got the outside line, which seems to be fast here on older tires on the first and second corners here. It's going to be close. 32's got the run down the back. He's going to clear Thwaites, but he's going to dive bomb it in there on the 42. Sticks his nose in there. He has to check up. They're going to lose a ton of time to Thwaites. Or to Driggins, that is, in the 42. Those 3 cars still nose to tail. Fastest car on the track, though, while they do all this, is the 4th place car of Brandon Ketchum.
Brandon the fastest?
He is the fastest car on the racetrack right now, but battle for the lead. 32's got the outside on Driggins. Clement is there on the top.
Wow.
And this might be it. I think he's going to have him this time on the top side. Darren Clement almost made contact there out of 4. Driggin is going to lose the spot to Clement. New leader, Darren Clement in the 32 car.
Wow, and he was tore up early,
He was, and he made that tire strategy. Look at the weights there up against that outside wall. He's going to get a huge run on Driggins out of 2. Doesn't get to take advantage of it, though. Gets blocked down to the bottom. And while all this is happening, Darren Clement is driving away with that lead. And I'm thinking back to last week at Texas, where guys could only go about, say, 30 laps on fuel. We're on the 30th lap on this tire run for the 42 Driggins. I don't know how much longer until he can make a pit stop.
Got a lap down car right there in front of them. They're going to get by him.
Yeah, the 44 doing the smart thing, and he's going to move over, let these guys by. 44 Adam Novak has had a rough night. He's just going the lap down. He's in the lucky dog spot right now.
Michael Thwaites got by him.
Yeah, Thwaites is right there behind Clements. He got by Driggins. And they're pulling away from Driggins fast, too. And look who just passed Driggins. Just blew him out of the water out of turn 2 was Brandon Ketchum.
Well, Brandon's coming to the front again.
He is mad fast. He's just been not lucky enough to win a race this year. That's about it. And now we've got 3 real fast cars in the first 3 spots, 4 real fast cars in the first 4 spots. And don't count out Edward Morris. All he needs is a caution to get to the front. He's climbed back up to the 6th position.
Edward Morris.
Oh, Thwaites. Man, he's close to the wall, showing some real talent out there. Right up against the wall as he comes out of turn 2.
Yeah, he's trying to get a run on that 32.
He is putting down some wicked fast lap times.
Oh, he caught up with him there.
There he is. Yep, he's got that outside line, which he's been fast on all night. Up on the top. Not as high as he has been there. He's still in the middle of the track. 32 trying to block him. Blocks his run. The 12's got to go to the bottom with it. He's going to get there. He's on the inside into turn 3.
He got inside him that time.
Side by side through 3 and 4. Clement has got a nose ahead of him. Out of 4, he got the big run, and he's going to clear him. He's going to stay the leader out of turn 4. Battle for 3rd. Ketchum had to check up out of 4. Driggins just flew by Ketchum. On the older tires, too. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Justin Walters, he's coming up to getting lapped here soon. He's the last car on the lead in that lap now in 16th there.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brandon and that other
We got cars coming in the pits here, Tim. We got the 98 of Jerry Glenn in from 5th position. Green flag pit stops are underway.
I got the camera on him. That's the first one, ain't it?
He's the first one. That's going to start a trend of everyone coming in the pits. Gonna have to see what happens here. We got a battle for the lead, though. Thwaites is on the outside of the 32 with Clement.
He's gonna have to come in and get a pit stop, though.
And now the 42 Eric Driggins is in also.
There it comes. It won't be long. They'll all be coming down through there.
That's for sure. We're 30 laps into this run. That was 36 laps for Driggins. And the thing is we've got 36 laps to go. So it's going to be close to see if guys can make it to the end in case we go green. Here comes the top 2 cars, nose to tail into the pits together. Thwaites and Clement are in the pits together, 1st and 2nd. That hands the lead to Brandon Ketchum, who has Edward Morris right behind him for the lead.
Brandon ain't let it out tonight, has he?
No, Brandon Ketchum's been close, but now this is, I think, the first time. You're right, he's in the lead. Leaders are in the pits, though, the 12 and the 38. I'm watching to see who gets out first compared to these guys. Mirando's in the pits. He's had a rough end to his night. He's in the back of the field. Aaron Mercer's in. But coming out of the pits first, the 32 car of Clement has got a pretty solid gap on the 12 of Thwaites on exit.
Well, Ketchum stayed out.
Yeah, he's still on track. The 7 of Edward Morris, though, he came in the pits from 2nd.
Yeah, I seen when he went in. Brandon stayed out. He was going to go in, but he stayed out.
Brandon is still on track, which the only positive to staying on track in case we go green the rest of the way is he's going to be the guy that's got the better chance at making it all the way to the end on gas in case they don't. But he's losing a lot of time right now on those older tires compared to everyone on fresh tires as we got more cars coming down the pits here.
He'll come in a minute. He'll be the last one to do a pit stop.
Yeah, Andrew Mraz, Donnie Lee, and Doug Blackman actually still have not pit, and neither has Tommy Amassi.
He stayed out again.
It's interesting to see, but look at this. We got the battle. This is between 10th and 11th is Clement and Thwaites here. They are nose to tail, but when it all files out, I believe they should end up being the leaders. Unless, actually, no, it's not, because Eric Driggins, who came in 2 or 3 laps earlier, he's going to actually be scored the leader once everything files through. because that 2 laps he came in earlier is 2 laps fresher tires, and he gained a lot of time, and he's basically the leader when everything files out, because Brandon Ketchum is in right now.
Yep, he just now come in.
So that leaves
There's
Andrew Mraz is in too. So is Donnie Lee. Justin Walters is still on track. So Justin Walters is the last one right now to come in. And he's down the back straightaway now into turn 3.
Hey, 2 more got to come in.
Yeah. Mraz, Ketchum, and Lee are all in the pits right now. And we got a battle for second. Look at this. The 12 and the 32 are side by side. That's Thwaites and Clement. It's an important battle for basically second when everything files out. Right now it's for third because Ketchum has yet to lose the lead scoring and timing and scoring wise, but he's right now in turn 2 on exit. And here comes the rest of the field down. They are currently in turn 4.
Brandon put the Michael put the bumper to 32 that time.
Yeah, they are nose to tail real close there. That's for second. But Eric Driggins is the leader. But he's going to have older tires when it comes down to it because he came in earlier. And I don't know if he'll have enough fuel to make it to the end.
Michael Thwaites, is he pitted yet?
Yeah, all 3 of these guys. I think everyone at this point has come in. Everyone's caught up on pit stops. But look at this. Here comes they're catching the 42 with Driggins because he's got older tires now. We got 29 laps to go, and this is shaping up to be a great run to the finish between these 3. And then Edward Morris is there. He's not too far back. He's only 2 seconds behind these 3. And if they really get to battling, he's going to be right there on top of them. And he's got a fast car. Oh, 40 to 32 making a move there, and he's got a chance on the outside of Driggins. Driggins let him have that top groove, just barely gave him a hole. Driggins has got the older tires, and he's on the bottom. 32 car is going to have the run on exit, and I think that's going to get him the lead here out of 4. Darren Clement back to the front. Driggins back to second, and Thwaites is third. Now Thwaites trying to get the run out of 2. Thwaites to the inside in 3 and 4. He needs to clear the 42 as quick as he can so that 32 doesn't get away. He drives it in deep, gets in front of the 42, checks up, and he is clear into second. And now he needs to work on catching that 32 car. As they put the 20 car, that's another lap down. He's now 11 laps down. John Gonzalez having a rough race tonight. This is his first race of the season. But that 32 car, Darren Clement, in his first race of the season, has got the lead now with 24. Scratch that, make that 25 laps to go. But Michael Thwaites running right against that outside wall. Seems to be the faster car. Right now it's Thwaites in second, Driggins in third, Morris in fourth, Jerry Glenn is fifth. It's 12 cars on the lead lap, the last of those being Donnie Lee in the 88. Brandon Ketchum, who stayed out longer than anybody else, has the best chance at making it to the end on fuel if that becomes the main factor. He's in sixth and has the freshest tires and the most fuel. But Thwaites is giving it all he's got. I doubt he's saving anything. I doubt any of these guys are saving anything. They're pushing real hard, but if it comes down to it, saving might be the answer. We got a car crashing down in turn 1 here, Tim. 21 and the 71 wrecked down on the apron. There's no caution, though. Edmonston and Mraz have wrecked on the front straightaway. No caution. Somehow, some way, there was no caution because of that. They wrecked down to the inside wall. We're still green. No harm, no foul, I guess. And that's one thing I think Brandon Ketchum really wants to see, because he's got the fuel to the end. '12 car, let's see how much he gains there. The 32 got loose. 32 and Clement got loose, and he's going to lose a ton of time. He just lost 0.3 of a second, maybe more here down into turn 1 just because of that one mistake out of 4. And that puts Clements right behind him at a position where he can really make a move to take the lead. 32 car seems to be off the pace here into turn 3. Thwaites on the outside for the top spot. Thwaites around the outside. Michael Thwaites to the lead. Down here across the line. Down to 20 laps to go. Michael Thwaites just flew by the 32, who seems to be off the pace for some reason. Now Eric Driggins is next in line, and he's going to get to the inside, and he's going to pass his 32 car also, I think. Oh, 32 is going to use the 22 of Mercer as a pick the lap car, just to help him hold off Driggins. I don't know if that 32 car just started saving fuel or something, but he just lost a ton of time there. But now he's gaining it right back on Thwaites for the lead.
I see that.
32 lost a lot out of nowhere, but he looks like he's gaining it back.
You reckon he's letting them cool off a little bit?
He might have just saved a lap's worth of fuel, which might be what it comes down to. But look at this now. All three of these guys are right on top of each other. The 12, the 32, and the 42.
Yeah, Driggins is right there on him, man.
He is right behind the 32, and he wants to have a shot at Thwaites.
Well, there's his chance.
Clement ran the top, gets a run on Thwaites. Gets a huge run on Thwaites down the back straightaway. Not going to make a move, though. He runs it easy into turn 3. Oh, but he gets a huge run on exit of 4. He's there, side by side out of 4.
You got Driggins right there. He dropped down to help Michael Thwaites.
He did. Clements led that lap by 8/1000ths of a second. He's going to clear it into 1, but he clobbers the fence in turn 1.
Oh,
drives it in way too deep, and he kills the wall.
Yeah, he did.
He flew into turn 1 and just completely nailed the wall. That's going to give third to Edward Morris, but look at the battle for the lead still on. Driggins on the inside of Thwaites.
Michael, if he don't shut that door, he'll get it.
Yeah, he might. The 32 car is down the pit lane. He is in some heavy damage. That car's really hurt. He drove into turn 1 way too hard, and that's going to cost him the race.
Yeah, because he led a lot of laps.
He did. But Edward Morris here he comes in third. See if he can catch up. These two start battling real hard for the lead. I'm going to have to see. Edward Morris has got fresher tires than these guys. He's got 19-lap-old tires. Thwaites has 20-lap-old tires, and Driggins has 22-lap-old tires.
Didn't Michael Thwaites pit last?
Yes, all these guys have come in, but their tires are just slightly different, and I don't know if it's tires. It might be gas that makes the difference here at the end. Only 15, coming to 14 to go here.
Driggins is right there on his deck lid.
Oh, he is all but under that 12 car. Here comes the 42 to the inside. Drove it in deep there. Driggins has got him. Driggins is clear, makes a power move to the lead out of 2.
Sure did.
But
crossover.
Again, look at the 7 of Edward Morris. He's got fresher tires and more gas. He's there in third. He just caught up, and he's got a chance at this.
Yeah, he's catching back up to him, that's for sure. Edward Morris is. Boy, is he catching up.
Yeah, he is. That 12 and that 42 might, like I said, might be saving a little bit. I don't know how, it's really close, but I don't know how much it takes really to save as much as they need. And those tires are wearing off. 7 car is right there. Out of nowhere, he really gained on them really fast.
Yeah,
got 12 laps to go.
Back there on them, I tell you.
The 42 car, Eric Driggins there, he's starting to drive away. That 7 car is fast.
Yeah, he's catching up with Michael Thwaite.
Darren Clement all the way back to 12th, but he's got 4 fresh tires. He's really fast. But it's not going to matter if we go green the rest of the way. He's a lap down.
Yeah, he'd have to pass the whole lap and come back, wouldn't he?
Yeah, that would be quite the impressive feat, to say the least.
Boy, wouldn't you know it.
Here comes the 7, though, to the inside. No, he's not going to get it. Morris tried.
You're going to go outside now.
Yeah, 12 car blocking the bottom. Gives the 7 the outside. 7's going to fly by the 12. They're coming in the pits. They don't have enough gas. With 11 laps to go, the top 2 cars are in. Oh, Driggins saved it. Didn't lose too much there. That was close.
Man, that was close. I seen that.
They are in the pits. It's going to come down to the end here. We're going to have to see who, if anyone takes the risk at trying to make it the rest of the way, or what happens here, because they were confident they didn't have enough, and they didn't risk it. They came into the pits.
Michael Thwaite was the last one to fuel.
That is right. Brandon Ketchum actually has the most gas in his car. But the main thing is, think about this. Darren Clement, who came into the pits because of the damage, he's going to make it the rest of the way without having to pit again. So maybe he might just be back into it again.
Could be. Michael Thwaite didn't come out, did he?
He was sideways coming out of his pit box. He had a really slow stop there. Lost a ton of time to that 42 car. 42 cars in front of the 32, though.
Oh, he got down on, he getting sideways. Look at that.
It's going to be interesting here.
This 42 just got sideways coming into the pit.
Oh, he did.
Yes, he did.
I don't know why he was coming back down the pits. He already came in once. He might have had a penalty or something. But I'm going to focus my attention here onto the 7, Edward Morris. See if he can make it the rest of the way. 7 laps to go this time, and he is pushing the clutch trying to make it.
He had a drive-through penalty.
Yeah, 42 car must have been speeding there. You saw him get sideways. He was locking up the tires trying to get it woed up on entry to the pit lane.
Poured that grass up, didn't
he? Yes, he did. That interesting how the 12 and the 42 both fall apart there on the pit stops.
Yes,
see if that 7 car can make it. Looks like most guys just came into the pits. Not very many have stayed out trying to make it. See, the 12 car, Michael Thwaites, is also back down the pit lane. Something to miss on the 12 also.
Well, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. That 7 car is just coasting around the racetrack. Just trying to save all the gas he can. Coming to 5 to go. Edward Morris seemed to be the fastest guy at the start of this race. And it might come down to a bit of fuel-saving luck here at the end to get him the win.
I want to thank everybody for coming in tonight. Hope y'all enjoyed our cowcast, and y'all hit the thumbs up and give us a like there, and push that other button there, the bell.
You got to get your notifications, got to subscribe, got to like and everything. We're coming down to the nitty-gritty here. 4 to go. That 7 car, Edward Morris, is saving everything he got, but at the same time, the 41 car of Brandon Ketchum, he's got those extra laps on tires, extra laps on gas. He is pushing. He just gained 3/10 that lap. Could come down to either the 7 or the 41 running out of gas, or could be a race to the finish here. We're going to have to see the 32 of Darren Clement there. He's a lap down in 6th. And some real surprises on some guys who are trying to stretch the field to get a better finish. Tommy Macy is running in third right now, and Doug Blackman is running in fourth.
Edward Morris is going to win, it looks like.
I wouldn't speak too soon. We got 2 or 3 laps to go here, and he is short on gas, and he's lost a second to Brandon Ketchum in the last 2 laps. This show is far from over.
Brandon is catching up with him, man.
It's going to come down to the wire here. We know you guys out there that are watching really are big fans of Brandon Ketchum. I'm going to have to see if he pulls it off here tonight. That 32 car, he's a lap down. He's trying to get around the 7. I don't know, that might change things here. He's getting loose. Hopefully he makes room for the leaders, though, because look at this 41 car. We just took 2 laps to go. And let's see if that 7 car's got enough gas and enough speed at the same time to hold off the 41. He pulls over. He's letting the 32 car go. But here comes the 41 and Ketchum. Coming to the white flag this time.
Has he got enough
Edward.
fuel?
Oh, he's out of gas. He's out of gas. Coming to the white flag.
Out of gas.
Out of gas, coming to the white flag. Brandon Ketchum takes the lead. He's just got a coast. He's got a 14-second lead on Tommy Amacy.
Well, I'll be doggone.
My goodness, I told you not to say it too soon. It's looking like Brandon Ketchum, half a lap to go in what turns out to be a wild turn of events on a fuel mileage race.
Edward Morris messed up.
Brandon Ketchum to the start-finish line. He's going to have enough gas. Brandon Ketchum wins at Charlotte in the 3rd race of the season. Brandon Ketchum, points leader, wins it here tonight. The Extreme Motorsports 99.com K&N Series winner, Brandon Ketchum. Tommy Amacy is out of gas, running 2nd. He's in turn 4, coasting to the start-finish line. Can he get 2nd? He is coasting, and he's going to cross the line doing 70 miles an hour in 2nd. Donnie Lee just barely missed getting 2nd. He pulls out an unbelievable 3rd-place run. Darren Clement still ends up 4th. Edward Morris still gets 5th. And that show, we got 5 lead that cars there at the end. Tommy Macy did a great job stretching the fuel there. He got 2nd. He's out of gas in turn 1. Donnie Lee gets 3rd in a wild show there. The 41 car still got enough gas to do burnouts on the front straightaway.
Brandon just got his first win, didn't he?
Yes, sir, and that's going to really extend his points lead over Dylan Mirando there.
Oh, he's a happy young man.
Yeah, that was an awesome finish there. Gotta love good old fuel mileage race.
He just run out, looks like.
That 7 car of Edward Morris was a lap and a quarter away from a win.
Do you remember when Jimmy Johnson run out of gas on the last lap?
It reminds me of Dale Jr. running out of gas this very race, just like Edward Morris did tonight.
Yeah, and Jimmy Johnson run out of gas here one night.
I do remember. It reminds me of many fuel mileage races. We're going to bring the top 3 finishers, Donnie Lee, Tommy Amacy, and Brandon Ketchum, up into the booth here in just a moment.
You interview the first 2 and then tell me when the winner's in there.
Sounds good. I'll bring them up here in one moment.
I ain't got my thing up there. Man, that was a good race.
All right. Hey, Donnie Lee, you got a copy? It's Ryan up here in the OSRN booth. Donnie Lee, do you got a copy? Well, we can't get Donnie Lee just yet, so we're going to bring Massey up. We'll try Donnie Lee again here in a second.
I don't know what happened.
Hey, Tommy and Massey, it's Ryan Gable up here in the OSRN booth. You got a copy?
I'm here. 10-4.
All right, Tommy, you pulled off that 2nd place finish in what came down to a wild fuel mileage race. What were you doing in that last green flag run there coming to the end? How much were you saving, and did it really pay off there to finish second?
I added it up and put the numbers together, and I just kept my foot in it. I didn't want to save any. I just ran as hard as I could, and coming out of actually going into turn 3, it ran out, and I coasted across, and got lucky enough to get a second place.
Where do you think you would have run if we never ended up with, or if we ended up with a late caution or fuel didn't pull up into a factor? Where do you think you would have ended up? Would it have been good to finish as second, or don't think you would have been up there?
No, this isn't one of my favorite tracks. Top 10 is probably my best I could have done tonight, and that was what I was looking in. Coming into the race tonight, I was going for a top 10. Taking a second wasn't. It's just a little extra on the cake.
Is there anyone you'd like to thank? Any shout-outs you want to give here tonight?
Yeah, sure. To yourselves and to the admins of the league. I mean, they all do a fantastic job. It was a rocky start early in the race, and they held it together, and we all came together and had a good, strong finish. Field run was how I ended the race.
All right. Thank you, Tommy. All right, we're going to bring up race winner Brandon Ketchum here for you, Tim.
Brandon Ketchum, this Tim McBrayer in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, how you doing, Tim?
Oh, I'm doing great there, Brandon. I believe you are.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy right now.
Yeah, you remember when we talked earlier?
Yep, I don't know. I just came into this track. I was like, I'm not going to push nearly as hard as last week, and just take it one lap at a time. So.
Well, brother, this track here, you have to let it come to you and see when it comes to you what laps you pulling.
Yeah, I knew. Charlotte nighttime, it's a slick track. There's no doubt about it. It is slick, but I just let the track dictate what I was going to. How I was going to run my line, so just wanted to race the track, not the other guys, and hoping for a little bit of fuel strategy at the end, and it paid off.
It sure did, buddy. I tell you what, I'm glad you got your first win, ain't it?
Yeah, first win with Extreme, and man, it's just turning out to be a great season. I'm a whole lot better than last season, but still shaking.
I know you got to be excited there, buddy. You gonna pop that champagne cork?
If I had some, yeah, but I'll probably go and see what I got in the fridge and celebrate a little bit.
I heard that, buddy. You ain't got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, first I'd like to thank everybody who was running up front all day. Nice, clean racing. Couldn't ask for a more courteous group of guys to run with tonight. Extreme Motorsports for, like I said, putting on a great league, great group of guys to race around. Can't see myself racing anywhere else. I'd like to thank Jim Kelly with AdvancedStimulationProducts.com for the sponsorship this year. He specializes custom button boxes, so you can check him out. Joshua Gillen, giving me a team to run with, and he's a good friend. We've been together for a couple of years now. My wife, who is hiding right now on the couch, and my kids and everybody who was cheering for me in the chat. It's just can't explain the feeling. And one lap fuel left when I crossed that finish line. That was cutting it close.
Oh man, that number 7 run out on about halfway around?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he had enough to get to the end. I was like, he pit before me. I was like, I know I'm pushing it. I was like, he's got to be getting low, And I started catching him. I was like, well, maybe he's saving. Then I saw him duck off, and I was like, yeah, there's my golden egg right there.
Yep, the goose laid the golden egg right in front of you, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Brandon, we'll see you next week, maybe. You have a good one, buddy. Tell Mama get out from under that couch.
Yeah. Thanks. You guys have a good rest of your night, and thanks for the amazing broadcast you guys put on. I'll see you guys tomorrow night and then on to next week.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you later.
Yep. Take care.
All right, Ryan. Did you find second place?
We could not get Donnie Lee up here into the booth. Not sure what happened there, but Yeah, still got an awesome race though tonight.
Oh man, I'm gonna tell you what, we had a good time tonight, Ryan. Run down the top 10 for me, Ryan.
All right, well, starting off, we're going to start with 10th year Jerry Glenn. Started 10th, finished 10th. Don Kidder got 9th. Mercer ended up 8th. Justin Walters was 7th. 6th was Doug Blackman, who was running in the back all race. That's a really crazy good finish for what he should have finished. Edward Morris ended up 5th after running out of gas coming to the white flag. Darren Clement was 4th. Donnie Lee 3rd. Tommy Amacy 2nd. And Brandon Ketchum, your winner. Got to say, though, Eric Driggins finished 14th, Dylan Mirando 13th, and Michael Thwaites 12th. Those are 3 guys that I wouldn't have been surprised if they finished 1, 2, 3, and they fell apart there at the end.
Yes, they did. We noticed that. All right, buddy. We want to say good night from Charlotte Motor Speedway tonight. This is Tim McBurry. I'm your host, and we'll catch you next week. Y'all have a good one.